My teenage sister pretended to be 24 online to scam men out of money, so I exposed her to everyone and watched her face the consequences. A year later, someone was using her identity to steal money, and she begged me to believe she was innocent. My sister thought pretending to be a grown woman online would get her fancy things, but she discovered there are serious consequences when you deceive people about who you really are. For context, my sister has been completely obsessed with those rich lifestyle influencers since she turned 15. Because of all the YouTube tutorials she watches, she knows exactly how to contour her face and style her hair to look like she's in her 20s. At 15, she walks around in blazers and pencil skirts, carrying a fake designer bag, acting like she works at a Fortune 500 company. It's insane, because when I was her age, I was still wearing cartoon t-shirts and light-up sneakers, looking like I belonged in elementary school. I once caught her taking selfies in my college textbooks, pretending to study for her MBA finals. She obviously got her phone taken away and lectured about lying, but it only made things worse. About 3 months ago, I noticed luxury items appearing that we definitely couldn't afford. A notification lit up on her phone with a Venmo payment from someone named SugarBear92, which I instantly knew meant trouble. I immediately confronted her about who was sending her money, and she claimed it was her boyfriend from the neighboring district. I demanded to know how old this boyfriend was, and she swore he had just turned 19. She quickly became defensive when I pushed for details and stormed off saying I was jealous of her relationship. I wanted to trust her because recently she'd been getting better grades and helping around the house, so I thought maybe this older boyfriend was actually a positive influence. I couldn't have been more wrong. A week after discovering the Venmo notification, I ended up recognizing him at a Starbucks near downtown. I marched over to him, barely containing my disgust, and said, "Shouldn't you be ashamed of yourself dating a child?" He looked genuinely confused when he glanced up at me and said, "Child? My girlfriend is 24. Hearing him say that number, I immediately grabbed his coffee and threw it in the trash. He jumped up shouting, "What's wrong with you, lady?" I put my hands on my hips and informed him that he was a predator preying on my baby sister. His expression morphed into complete shock like I had just slapped him, and he insisted that the woman he was dating was a marketing consultant. He frantically pulled out his phone and showed me their Instagram messages. He scrolled to the very beginning where she had told him multiple times that she was 24 and even sent a whole fake LinkedIn profile. I gaped at him, feeling sick to my stomach, and he kept repeating that he genuinely believed she was an adult because she talked about client meetings and posted about business conferences. I sighed, realizing my sister was a scammer. I warned him to block her immediately and delete everything before I went straight home. When I arrived, my parents were already tearing through my sister's room. They went into my sister's room, yanked her out of bed, and forced her to log into all her accounts. She sobbed while they yelled louder with each discovered message and transaction log, showing she'd been doing this to multiple men. She wailed, asking for mercy, and insisting that she never actually met any of them in real life. My mom grabbed her laptop and smashed it against the wall, repeatedly screaming that she wasn't getting any electronics until she graduated college. Since she wanted to play adult games, my parents decided she would face adult consequences. Full story on channel, link below. They made her sit down with a calculator and add up every single dollar she had taken from these men. Every Venmo payment, every Cash App transfer, every gift card she had received. My sister's face went pale as the number climbed higher and higher. When she finished calculating, the total came to $8,600. My dad slammed his hand on the table and announced that she would work every penny of that off at Uncle Frank's auto shop starting tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. My sister